Hello. In this video I wanted to give a bit more of a fleshed out look at the fishing system. It's still very much in progress, but is at the point where I feel it's a little bit clearer what's going on. I've removed the colored HUD elements, and instead the aim is to focus on visual and audio cues to tell you when you can reel, with creaking and groaning being an indication that you are pulling too hard or reeling for too long. The aim is to direct the rod away from the fish's direction of travel. There's a bit of grace there, but should you continue too hard, the fish will escape. Once a fish is caught, as we should be getting here, so not exactly a record breaker there, but once you catch a fish, this dialogue will come up giving you a bit of flavor text as well as the information about the specific fish you caught. Fish are available in 2 layers of logarithmic rarity, such that both the type of fish you catch and the size of that fish within the range available for a given species are biased towards the less rare options. So if you want to break a record for a rare fish, you may have to be dropping your line quite a few times. There's something a little bit more substantial here. So you may also see that once you have caught the fish, you are given the option to either release or add it to your provisions. That moves on to another feature that is currently in an early state, being provisions. So going forward, any number of general supplies can be added to the ship's onboard provision store, such as goods purchased at a port, for example, or scavenged in the wild, or the fish you catch, for example, can be added here. There is currently no function to that, but that will come in a future update. The visual component, as well as the ability to add and manage these items, is in place for most of the ships, and in a upcoming update I'm going to go a little more thoroughly over the act of what exactly these stores are going to be used for. Briefly, another item that is currently in the works are clearer UI prompts to indicate how you can control the various functional elements of the ship, and a clearer indication of what exactly they do. The last thing I wanted to show is a little bit more technical, but I'm pretty pleased with the progress. So, static ropes can now sag and droop much more realistically compared to how they were before. They can also move dynamically along with the ship and sails or whatever they're connected to. This is still vastly less resource intensive than the fully simulated ropes, such as those used to manipulate the rigging or sails, but I feel looks significantly better to the very static point-to-point line renderer based ropes that I used before. These ropes are also used for the fishing lines, for example, and both are set to handle variable tension as well. So the amount of slack can be increased or decreased depending on the need. And if anyone's not entirely clear what I'm talking about, the red ropes, for example, and the darker gray ropes towards the back, they may not show up terribly well given YouTube's compression, but those are based on Unity's built-in line renderer, which doesn't support curvature very well out of the box, but it does now after some changes I've made to it.